the Moon, written by Jodie Shepherd, illustrated by Mike Byrne. Chapter 1, Astronaut Neil Strong. Hey, that's almost my name, Neil shouted. He was at the Space Museum with his class. In front of him was a photo of the first person on the moon, Neil Armstrong. One small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. Neil Armstrong. Awesome! Neil exclaimed. Someday it's going to be me, Neil Strong, who walks on the moon. The spacecraft Apollo 11 carried Neil Armstrong and the two other astronauts to the moon on July 20, 1969. The world watched on TV as Neil Armstrong stepped onto the moon. Astronauts last visited the moon in 1972, said Neil's teacher, Miss Plusa. But the scientists are talking about making moon landings again, with the human astronauts or maybe with androids. It could happen in the next 10 years. Neil read a sign. The moon is about 240,000 miles away. It's the only other place in our universe where humans have stood. That's awesome, Neil said. Humans were here. An android is a robot that can move around like a person. Android bodies usually look similar to human bodies. Neil spotted something else amazing. Look at those moon rocks, he thought. I want my science fair project to stand out this year. Those rocks would be perfect. Neil sighed. I can't take the rocks with me. They belong to the museum. If I could go to the moon and get the rocks of my own. Suddenly, Neil noticed a model of Apollo 11 nearby. He sat at the controls. Maybe if I use my imagination. And then, before he knew it, lift off. Billions of years ago, an object about the size of Mars crashed into Earth. Chunks of rock broke off from Earth and later formed the moon. Chapter 2, Luna. Astronaut Neil has landed on the moon. He gasped in wonder. The moon was amazing, and there was someone else there with him too. An android. Luna answered. From Earth, the moon appears to change shape, but it does not. We just see different amounts of the moon. What we see depends on where the sun, moon, and the Earth are in the sky. There was a lot to see, mountains and hills, and are those oceans? Neil asked. Since the moon has very little air, there is no sound up there. Astronauts must talk to one another on radio inside their air-filled helmets. Neil spotted a lava rock. He stopped to pick it up for his science fair project. Then he saw footprints. Who could have made them? Chapter 3, Boing! Luna saw the surprise on Neil's face.
Do not worry, those are Neil Armstrong's fingerprints. There is no
Luna explained. Astronauts from the United States have brought US flags to the moon. All but one of the flags are still standing. Apollo 11 knocked over its flag when it lifted off. My footprints will last too, Neil thought. I will be famous forever. He picked up a second rock. His science project was going to rock. Walking wasn't easy on the moon, but bouncing was. If you weigh 50 pounds, equals to 23 kilograms on Earth, you will weigh just over 8 pounds, 4 kilograms on the moon, kind of like 6 times lighter than you're on Earth. Luna told him, Boing, boing, jumping on the moon was fun. Neil saw craters everywhere. Some were huge, others looked like a large super balls. What made these craters? Neil asked Luna, putting another rock in his backpack. The biggest moon crater is about 1,500 miles. It's about 2,414 kilometers. From side to side, more than half the width of the United States. The smallest moon craters are 1 inch, equals to 2.5 centimeters wide. Luna said. Its rise was amazing, but it made Neil really homesick. Chapter 4. Back on Earth. Whew, just like that, Neil was back at the museum. He had imagined the entire mission. Still, he had learned lots of cool facts about the moon. Neil knew he could make his science fair project stand out. He had shared everything he had learned, had looked up awesome pictures of the moon to show off at the fair. Even better, Neil thought, someday I will go to the moon for real. That's the end of this book. And on this page you can see it suggests the readers to make a moon diary. So like what you will need is a sketchbook or notebook and a pencil, a pen, or colored markers or crayons. And it also shows us how to make your moon diary. Go outside each night and look at the moon. Draw what you see. How many days does it take for the moon to change from the crescent shape to the full moon and back again? Pretend to be a werewolf and howl at the full moon. Just like this. Oh, that's so fun. Hope you have enjoyed listening to this cool book from Clever Leaf Books. And also have the other books like To Mars, To Planet Earth, To the Sun, To the Stars, To the Sun, all these space adventures. And yeah, I love it. I love reading it. And also at the end, the glossary tells us something about android. It's kind of like a robot that resembles a human. Crater, a large hole on the surface of a planet or the moon. Gravity, the force that holds objects to Earth or other bodies in space and that keeps things from drifting away. Meteor, a small body of material from outer space. Oxygen, a gas found in both water and air that humans and other animals need to live and breathe. Cool. That's the end of this book. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.